What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is ConsoleChronicles, and I want to thank each and every one of you for coming by and checking out the video. And I hope you guys do enjoy your stay. And today we have another story time with ConsoleChronicles episode. Yes, this is the story where I basically depict my life at GameStop, how I started from just being hired as a low-level game advisor, all the way to where I am now as an assistant store leader. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs and a lot of really weird situations that I'm going to talk about, and I hope you guys do enjoy. And obviously, because I still work for the company, there are a few pieces of information or a few people I won't name or discuss, basically, just because I still work for the company. I don't want to lose my job. So, yeah, guys, let's jump right into it. And last episode, if I remember correctly, I told you guys about the whole thing where I almost could have gotten fired for something I was being accused of, whatever the case was. So let's jump ahead about a month or so. This was about late September, maybe even early October. I cannot remember specifically, but it was when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out. And this was a big midnight. This was the midnight that, I have not experienced to this day again. And it's probably never going to get topped, because unless Grand Theft Auto 6 or Red Dead Redemption 2 come out sometime soon. So, but I'm serious, guys. I've never seen so many people come from one game to a GameStop midnight. So it was intense. Like, we had a line out the door wrapping around the complex. That's how many people were here. And I remember a situation with a guy who had pre-ordered a special edition from another store. It was the North Point store. And that store will become very important later on. So remember that name, North Point. And I think they accidentally sold his copy. So when he went there to pick it up, they said, sorry, we don't have it anymore. He said, well, I had it pre-ordered. And, you guys said, when I have a pre-order, I'll guarantee myself a copy. Well, they realized what happened, and so he said, he was pissed. So he came to us instead. And he was so mad, and he was talking to Josh. He was just yelling. He's like, I know this isn't your fault, but, this is bullshit. Like, I paid full price for my game, and I can't get it. And Josh was trying to take care of him, and then my district manager, she butts in, and she's like, hey, let me stop right here. Let me stop you right here. We're going to go ahead and give you the special edition here. I'll go ahead and order another one for for the other customer who has it. And so if they show up, we were just going to tell them just come back tomorrow. It's a little bit of an emergency situation. And not only that, but he also got like a free like gift card or something. So he was taken care of for his troubles, and he got his game. He got what he paid for, So, yeah, it was an intense situation, and it was something that I'm glad I was able to see firsthand exactly how to deal with the customer complaint or customer service issue. Yeah, so that was Grand Theft Auto. Now, like I said, this was probably late September, if I remember correctly. That's when the game came out. For PS4 and Xbox One, it came out about a year later, so we'll get to that. But speaking of which, the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, this was the same year that they came out. They came out in November, and I remember this very vividly because that November was probably one of the hardest Novembers of my life at GameStop, because not only was it the console's release, but it was also my first Call of Duty release, and also it was Black Friday. So, and Black Friday, when people want something that you don't have, yeah, trust me, it's not exciting. So, first thing that happened, I believe, was Call of Duty's release, and it released originally for the PS3 and 360. And then about a week or two later, when the Xbox One and PS4 version came out, you had the option of using that same disc or whatever to put into your console, and you get that free upgrade. And it was a good idea at the time, but it kind of just fizzled out. So they just said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna buy the actual version." So, and then after that, it was Black Friday. Because the consoles came out and then Black Friday. So Black Friday happened, and that was fucking hard, because every single person came into the store and they wanted one of the new consoles. And guess which one they wanted? PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4, PlayStation. So I think I had about 10 PlayStation 4s and like 30 Xbox Ones. So Microsoft, they gave us a lot of consoles, but Sony, they didn't give us a lot, because they didn't know that guy got leveled by that train. They didn't know exactly how much their customers were gonna really want this console, because I mean they did have a really strong E3 that year, but I guess in the back of their minds they were always just like, well, maybe Xbox, because it was top dog with the 360, maybe the Xbox One will outsell us. I don't know. That's just me. That's just conjecture on my part, but we had very little, very little PlayStation 4s, at least for a good solid 6 months. It wasn't until like late February, early March that we actually were having them in stock regularly. So first few people in line said PS4, 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 and then after I ran out of PS4s, I told the guys, all right guys, I'm out of PS4s, and a couple people left. And I was like, really? Like, okay. I mean, and then the rest of the people, Xbox One, Xbox One, Xbox One, and after that, once the Xbox One was gone, the line, people started leaving. They were just like, I really wanted that console, man. I mean, not a lot of people left. I'll say about like out of like 20 people, like 2 people left. Not a lot of people, but still a little bit amount of people. And that midnight, because we did midnights for Black Friday, obviously, that midnight was really annoying, because it was stupid packed. I'm talking about like line out the door, and then a line trying to like budge in. It was double packed, and we only had like 3 people on each of, because there's only 3 registers, and then people on the floor handing out flyers and everything. So of course, if someone's giving the wrong information, then we're in trouble. But after like once like 1 a.m. hit, it was dead. It was dead. I was supposed to stay till like 3 or 4, but Josh just said, just go home. No, I mean, really, if it's gonna be this dead, because our replacements came, and I had to be there in the afternoon tomorrow, so I was like, all right, whatever. And that afternoon, I'll never forget this afternoon, because that was the day that I almost fucked myself over, and I really regret it to this day. I cursed in front of a customer. This lady was in front of me, and I was talking about another situation about these group of guys that were kind of, pissing us off, and they were kind of just being rude and everything, and they told us to that we were fucking lying to them about not having a game, that we don't fucking care, and everything. So I was repeating that, and I didn't know, and I was angry, and I didn't notice because I was very emotional about that sort of stuff, and I kind of still am, which I really shouldn't be, and I kind of like let that just go right over my head now. But I said it in front of the customer, and she was very like surprised that I said that in front of her and her kid. And luckily the kid didn't hear me, but I literally looked right at the lady, and she gave me that look like, you're in trouble. And I was just like, fuck. Oh shit. So Ash couldn't help me at this point, so she's like, I'll go to the back. I'm like, okay. So go to the back, and Josh is sitting there because he's on his break. It's kind of like dead now, and he's like, Keon, you can never curse in front of a customer. If you curse in front of a customer again, I'm going to fire you. And I'm like, you're right. I shouldn't have done that. I'm really sorry. Of course, I'm trying to defend myself too. I said what happened, and he's like, it doesn't matter. Let it go. You shouldn't have said anything. You should have just let it go. Who cares? It happens every day. And me back then, I didn't really think that way. I more thought like, I didn't want to be disrespected like that. That's how I was. And the last thing was just a matter of respect for my coworkers, because I also represent them, and I also represent the company, and I mishandled what I should have, used my position as. But anyways, guys, we're going to stop it right there, and I think in the next episode, we're going to get to kind of a little bit of a slow period and a little bit more of a progression for me, especially as an associate, where I'm working my way to becoming a key holder. So, hope you guys do enjoy that, and if you guys did enjoy this episode, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're interested and you want to listen to more, and comment below what you guys think of these stories, of the situations I'm presenting to you guys, and I hope you guys do enjoy, and until next time, I'm going to be going now. Have a great rest of your day, and goodbye.